Hi everyone, welcome to Ethernal Realms. We'll take a look at where you are in life, what is going on in your life 5 years from now. We have pile 1 over here, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Make sure to choose with your intuition in order to get to your reading. If you're not sure how, you can visit the video in the ribbon above, and once you've made your choice, the timestamps for your reading will be in the description box in the comment below. Whenever you're ready, we'll get started. Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. We chose this crystal over here. We'll see what your life looks like 5 years from now. So we have the sacred flow of yes. Then we have overthinking can spoil the magic. It's the Fool card because we have double zeros. And we also have find your sacred flow. So a lot about flowing and taking the leap of faith in a way. Like, don't overthink this and just start going with the flow. There is less resistance and things are coming to you much easier when you stop overthinking things, when you take the leap, whenever you decide to take a bit of a risk towards your dreams and hopes, then, things start moving very conveniently. The right resources come around, the right people come about, and everything falls into place flawlessly. But it is very important to go with the flow and not, keep resisting the changes that are trying to happen in your life. And as long as you keep doing that, everything is moving towards you. Fishes symbolize abundance, and water as well symbolizes prosperity and fertility, because that's where farming used to happen around there. Our agriculture, settlements, civilizations, that's how it all began. So water is extremely essential for life, right? So it's kind of one of those basic ingredients you have always needed in life that is going to be present 5 years from now. Okay, I will keep shuffling, but we have 4 of Wands. We have the Lovers, so love life is looking good, home, family-wise looking good, because some of you can be buying a house and that is like a reason to celebrate, or you're buying some land on which you're deciding to build a house with a partner. That's as well possible. Some type of stability and establishment is occurring 5 years from now that is worth celebrating with friends and sharing with close family members as well. It can be a major choice that you make as well, which leads you towards this type of stability in 5 years from now. We have 3 of Pentacles, so it can be something career related that you are celebrating as well. It signifies small businesses and startups. So if you want to establish a team of your own, then this is looking good. You already are. You have some people that you can trust, and you can delegate tasks effectively. You can learn from each other, and you operate really well as a team. All right. So a lot of cooperation, teamwork, and flow. We have Page of Cups, so there is a positive outlook on life. There is a lot more hope and beauty. You have a good understanding of aesthetics. So if you work in designing, decorating, then this is especially for you, that you will have a very artistic flair in your work, and it is going to show up. But regardless, it is applicable to all types of creative talents and abilities, all types of artistic pursuits. You just have a knack for things in that area. We have the Hanged Man, so you will be gaining a lot of different perspectives and new insights in a spiritual sense. That gives you a very good idea of where is it that you want to be headed in the future. It gives you a fresh new look and a new slate, which changes the way that you view the world. Your manifesting powers can also be increasing, and the Hanged Man also is the path of least resistance. It's surrendering to the will of the cosmos. So whatever is to happen, whatever is to come, you're ready to embrace it, and because of that you find this flow and balance, which the Lovers as well symbolizes. And through that flow and balance, you're finding a lot more stability, even though you're not actively seeking stability. So overall, very balanced. Very balanced. Okay. 5 years from now. Yes, I was just about to say this. This is crazy. 3, 3, 3, 3. I was going to mention that we have 3, 3, and 6. So we have something with the multiples of 3, and we also have 12 here, which is 3, and we have 30, which is 3. So bringing my attention to the 3s very directly, that's insane. Okay, so that's one card. Then we have Wormhole, which is portaling to a new dimension or a new reality. We have the Black Hole, which is the void, which is absorption, releasing of anything negative, anything that holds you back and destroys your flow. All of that can be released. And we also have Celestial Uterus, which I was talking about with manifestation. This is creative talents, creative abilities. If you want a child, you can conceive. You can manifest a child as well. So even if you're looking to adopt, then this looks really good too. 3, 3, 3. I want to read this one from the book. Yeah, so this is like you're guided by your ascended masters. You're completely surrounded, protected, loved, and you're shown the path by your ascended master. So like higher guides are coming through here. It's also pointing you towards gratitude. You're really grateful for a lot of these things. Everything, actually. Whatever it is that you want truly is yours. You really find a lot of this manifesting power, and that's why we have this overthinking can spoil the magic, right? With manifestation, you don't have to think that hard. You just have to want it for real, and you need to want it very truly. Then, the action happens, the inspiration comes, the motivation is there, and so on and so forth. It's not such a struggle. It easily flows, and all of a sudden, with the snap of a finger, you're there in the other world that you wanted to create to begin with. If you're more spiritual, then the Lovers can also be you moving towards that more and more. The Page of Cups being, having that child-parent type of relationship with the universe, where you ask questions from a space of innocence and purity, and you receive answers because you're asking very authentically, very curiously. Right, so you get a lot of insights that shifts the way that you perceive the world as well. This depends how you are inclined, but these are the many possibilities here. Financially, obviously looks good since there is a home situation going on. Moving, buying, selling, whatever it is that you're wishing for, or is your status at the moment. And also you have the team going on, so financially it is looking really good. Okay. Let's get some more cards. Pile 1 viewers, 5 years from now, how does their life look? Pile 1. I'm gonna get that in a moment. Yes, we have Capricorn, which is a cardinal earth sign, which is an action-oriented material or a physical zodiac. Right, so financially, career-wise, reputation, things established, things for the legacy, things that are going down through the hereditary lines and so on and so forth. All that is symbolized through Capricorn. You earn the reputation through your own work, your own efforts, and initiative. That's what gets you to a certain place that is worthy of respect, right? So respect, honor, a strong stand in whatever field you are in, whatever your priority is, and so on. We have the Moon, emotion, instinct, unconsciousness, and mother figure. So again, the mother comes in. You can have an improved relationship with your mother, or you are becoming a mother. Both of these water relates with the feminine energies as well. And we have the uterus going on. So if you want children, then this is, perhaps you have a child which brings your family unit closer, and it is more harmonious between you and your partner. Topics like that, okay? But if you're not family oriented, I don't think that you're gonna, accidentally have a child or something. But if you want, then this is definitely possible. As an alternative, Moon also talks about listening to your intuition, and is in essence very spiritual as well. Creating your your desires, your aspirations, whatever you have been seeking, what makes you feel really good, all of those things can help you get in the flow of things as well. That's why if you track the moon cycle, it can really help you, orient your day-to-day actions, because it'll tell you what you're feeling and how can you flow with it, So it gives a local viewpoint. It's really good. And also emotions being connected with water again, it's again being in flow, being very much in flow with the universe in whatever regard that you are interested in all regards rather, because we have earth signs, we have water signs, we have the pentacles signifying the money and the finances, right? You have a lot to celebrate and a lot to be happy about. And we have Chiron, deep insecurities, spiritual strengths, and rebirth cycles. Yes, you're seeing your previous constraints from a different angle. You're seeing, you're getting deeper insights. That's the thing, wherever Chiron is, in the early stages, it can feel really difficult to, go through the process of buying a house or selling a house. It is, there is a procedure, you gotta go through it. And then throughout that process, there can be moments of overthinking because you don't know yet. But the lesson that it teaches is you have to surpass those insecurities. You cannot give in to those insecurities. And because of that, we also get a lot of guidance and wisdom from different sources, usually people outside of us or sources outside of us, which give us a different perspective. And again, with the Hangman here, I feel as though you'll get a lot of support and inspiration. Also the 3333 that we already saw. You're divinely protected and guided throughout this whole phase of your life. And you're going to grow and blossom a lot more from it. Okay? 5 years from now. We have change, a lot of changes here. The Lover's card can again indicate a major choice that you're making. So it can be that, okay, I'm going to solely focus on my business because it has, blossomed enough for me to rely on that and just see it through, right? So that would be a big change that has a long-term impact. Lunar eclipses usually bring about pivotal changes that are necessary for our soul evolution, and it can seem drastic at first, but it can be both ways. So you're deciding to move in with your partner, for example, is going to be a big change, but it's also promoting the relationship's health. You're also learning more about each other, and it will come with its own challenges, but you're ready for it, you're going for it, right? So yeah, I'm getting a very nice vibe from that, and I'll get you some oracle cards and then move on to the charms. 5 years from now, how does Pile 1's life look? Okay, we have a lot of cards. This one, because it's split out from the rest. Obstacles are detours in the right direction. Yes, they are. Right? That's why don't resist it, just flow, because whatever is being rejected from you, it is actually rejected for you. It's a protection, a form of protection, and it's just basically guiding you towards something that is meant for you. And through the obstacles and veering through the obstacles, you're going to learn certain life lessons that are going to be important for you to acquire the dreams that you have, right? Whether it comes in an emotional sense, psychological sense, physical sense, in whatever format. Then we have, thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perception so that I can see what is of the highest good. Yeah, seeing things from a completely different perspective and not being limited by insecurities and fears anymore. You're taking matters into your own hands and you're deciding for yourself which way you want life to move. And at the same time, simultaneously, have a lot of things working out for you as well in terms of your love life, your career, your finances, and things that you can, relate with people with. And that gives you that further support and boost you need in order to manifest things for yourself as well. Okay, then we have, I am a spirit having a human experience and I'm here to get closer to love. Love of all sorts. Like I said, if this is more of a spiritual journey, then this is seeing things from such a different perspective, then it's sort of an awakening, and you find your place and you find the sacredness or the authenticity of the relationships that you have at this time. You can't help but be grateful for everything, and you recognize things from a different perspective, which gives you a bigger view of the life that you have lived thus far, right? Yes. Okay, then we have, my energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. Exactly. That was so synchronistic. It's amazing. Okay, let's get you charts. Pile 1 viewers, 5 years from now, how does their life look? Oh, there you go. We have the dollar sign and we have the horseshoe. Okay, then we have X, F. I'm just gonna put these here. X, F, and C. Temperance, Hanged Man again, blending, moderation, 5 of Swords, Page of Cups again, so 2 of those repeated. We have 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, 9 of Swords, and we have 4 of Pentacles. You're moving away from a place of lack and conflict. You're moving away from needing to compete with anyone. There is no point of doing that. You're just doing whatever feels right to you. You're not resisting. You're completely flowing with Temperance and the Hanged Man. You're listening to your spirit's guidance, to the universe's guidance, and that guidance is going to be extremely vocal for you at this time. Okay, investment, saving, that is looking really good, and it helps you move out of any sort of poverty or lack mindsets you may have at this time. Overthinking of sorts, that is being emphasized here again with the 9 of Swords. So, overthinking about anything can spoil the magic, so keep in mind, keep flowing. Okay, that's the only piece of advice here. Yes, and this is the whole money situation going on here, the luck and fortune with the horseshoe. Yeah, these initials can mean something to you. It can be your first, middle, last name, or your partner's, or some significant place. Perhaps you have a house name. It can mean a lot of different things, so take it as it resonates, and it doesn't need to resonate with each and every one of you as well. Okay, so that's what I have for you, pile 1. I really hope you enjoyed and that it gave you a lot of insights. Let me know your thoughts. If you want a personal reading, you can always reach me via my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box and the comment below. Feel free to check out any of my other videos. There are plenty there on my channel. Until next time, take care. Bye. Hi pile 2, welcome to your reading. You chose the turquoise crystal over here. Let's get started with your reading. 5 years from now, how does your life look? We have unstick the stuck. We have you are light. Then we have lead your metamorphosis. And we have find your sacred flow. Okay. Okay, so you're making a lot of changes. There's a lot of transformation going on. You're coming out, you're blossoming, and you're finding your flow, okay? You can find a sort of spiritual call or a life purpose, and you're moving in that direction. You are light is making me think that you're getting closer and closer to your spirit. You're removing past blocks that is no longer keeping you stuck. Anything that keeps you stagnant now is no longer relevant. We have Page of Cups. That to me is talking about, again, finding the flow, because Page of Cups is very idealistic, it's hopeful, it's optimistic, and because of that, because it expects the blessings and has its innocence and purity intact, the universe answers its call very readily and easily, because whatever he wants, he truly, truly wants. Therefore, manifestation is second nature to the Page of Cups. Artistic and creative pursuits are very blessed. emotions and intuitions are at an all-time high, and you can of course direct them in whatever direction that you desire, because you're no longer limiting yourself. Yes, we have the moon. That is again connected with water, intuition, and delving into your subconscious and unconscious and finding the shadows and dealing with them, or coming out of them if you're already dealing with it. That the darkness is no longer scary to you. You know how to operate in that realm, and therefore you can find light in any spot, in any realm. You yourself are light, so you're not concerned whether it is dark around you or in other people or whatever. You yourself are enough, right? You are the beacon of hope and optimism. You know the knowledge you need. You have the wisdom you require in order to navigate anything. We have Queen of Pentacles, which is a very grounded, nurtured, and abundant energy. It is the card of the earth. So that's amazing, and it's a queen of all, you know, she's a court card, and to me she feels very close to the Empress, even though the Empress is the embodiment of all the queens combined. Financially looks good. If you are establishing your business, then this is established. We also have the Queen of Cups, which is again emotional and intuitive in nature, very, very connected with her higher self and her spirit. Queen of Pentacles remains grounded and nurtures herself and others. She takes care of everything that is hers. Her body, her health, her surroundings, her loved ones, her possessions, everything. Okay, she knows how to take care and maintain the health of each and everything. And the Queen of Cups gains her knowledge, her wisdom and insights that the Queen of Pentacles would need in the tangible sense from the higher self, from the spirit itself. So you're very connected to the earth and the spirit. Your root and your crown are perfectly aligned, and there is nothing stopping you really. There is a free flow of energy that is happening from within you, and you're able to channel that towards your surroundings. If your business is something related with spiritual endeavors, then this is absolutely excellent. Pile 2, 5 minutes from now. And the Queen of Cups is like perfectly equipped to navigate everything that the moon would, you know, shade. Whatever shadows fall in the night, she's able to navigate through all of them because she is highly intuitive. We have tidal force, again the water forces being emphasized. We have proton, positive vibes, energy. You're attracting positivity into your vicinity. We have antimatter, which is the opposite of matter. So in this context, I would say that it's referring to things that are not material and not manifest, but play a very strong role because they are the complement of the material world, i.e. the spiritual world. We have the self, so there is new beginning. And again, innocence, to me it is reminding me of the Page of Cups again. So you're building things from a new outlook, you have a foundation, and you're creating your own from now on. And therefore that kind of talks about the creative forces, creative energies, artistic pursuits, all of those things. It is also talking about how you have a fresh view of the world and you're able to keep that flowing. You're able to respond to any changes that come towards you from the universe, from life, etc. And you're able to create something meaningful out of it. Okay, so you're playing a pivotal role in a lot of people's lives. The proton is at the nucleus, right? It is in the center and the electrons are revolving around it. And therefore, I feel like you will have a strong impact on the people around you. Whoever comes close to you and gets to know you, they will have a hard time detaching themselves, or they will find that they're constantly in search for what you have to offer, what you have to say, and just your vibe that you have in general that is very inviting. And it seems as though you know so much, so there can be a lot of different types of people that are attracted to you as well. Some who want to learn from you, some who want to, work for you and gain more insights and knowledge and so on. And of course, that would mean that you are in the position to give help and offer your advice and guidance, practical knowledge, and so on and so forth. Right? So that's excellent. Okay. Pile 2 viewers, 5 years from now. Okay, that's way too many. Gonna shuffle again. Pile 2, 5 years from now. How does their life look? Yes. Okay, thank you. We have Descendant, Shadow, Denial, Projections, and Opposites Attract. Exactly. Then we have Uranus, Rebel, Reform, Unpredictable, and Eccentric. It shakes things up, Uranus, and Uranus is also the Great Awakener. It leads to a lot of spiritual insights and knowledge that comes to us at the most unexpected times. Channeling that we do can come in the form of Uranus as well. It just suddenly drops on your head, and it's an epiphany that you cannot ignore, and things like that. So a lot of that shake-ups and a lot of unexpected shifts and changes that you're making, which lead you to this place. I'm getting the feeling of self-made, and you're doing that by dealing with things and not running away from things, which brings you to the position of authority, of stability, of your own sense of security. You have such an excellent level of self-worth, and you know what you want, you know what you are, you know what you're seeking, and so on. Okay, we also have Pisces, which is a water sign, flowing sign, mutable, very flexible and adaptable. You're flowing with the will of the cosmos, very spiritually connected and attuned as well. So, yes, amazing. All the things that we have already talked about. Love it when synchronicities happen. In the previous pile, I got 3, 3, 3, 3, like a couple of times. That was as well insane. Okay, 5 years from now, pile 2. Yes, we have Express. So Express is about, again, creative talents and abilities, talking about things, going with the flow, and seeing what feels right. You're ready. With Moonset, you're ready. So you have a source of strength, of wisdom, and a lot of insights that make you kind of ready to embark upon a new journey. And I feel like, again, you are the one who's deciding that, okay, I'm going to try this new project, or I'm going to venture into this new world or a new area of life and see how that goes. So there is flowing, but you are also initiating something from your side, and it can be something very unexpected to you at this time, and perhaps you don't have the idea yet, but it is going to come in your dream maybe, and it's unexpected, but it is something you cannot ignore, and you lead your own metamorphosis. You find your flow in that direction, and you create whatever it is that wants to be created through you. Okay, but you are well equipped with all the resources and the talents that you need, all the skills you need in order to explore this new area. So it is only filling you up with a lot of excitement. Amazing. Yeah. You're feeling emotionally blessed. The Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Cups as well are two mother cards. Moon as well is very mother, so if you want to have a child, then you know you can have one. If you want to adopt one, that's as well possible. It doesn't matter whether you're a male or a female watching this. It's just being nurturing, being attentive, empathetic, and compassionate. These are certain qualities that every parent has or needs to have at least in order to raise a child in a very supportive manner. So this can be just you becoming a parent is likely if it is something that you want. 5 years from now. It's funny how like with the moon card, it's usually associated with delusions and illusions, things not being very clear, murky waters, things like that. And whoever is in the process of like the dark night of the soul and like not being able to see clearly and just everything being foggy, we're always sort of trying to keep our eyes open or get our eyes to open and see more and understand more and gather more. Meanwhile, with the Queen of Pentacles and Cups, both of them have their eyes closed. It's as though, you know what, I don't need my eyes to see. I have other means and I have other resources. That's reiterating what I was getting in the first place, that you don't need an external light. You are light. You're enough to get yourself through any sort of situation. You lead your own life. It's so independent, it's so fierce, and you know what you're doing, okay? You have very good grips of your life, and you're also taking into account the unpredictability of life itself, but you're totally fine with that as well. It's amazing. Okay, when I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. Again, the mention of inner light. I'm surprised we have not gotten the Hermit card because it's giving me such a vibe of that. And we have, through prayer and meditation, I create a ripple effect of peace in the world. Yeah. Exactly. You're in a position to do a lot for a lot of people. Okay. And Pisces is a very... I know that people would not generally, associate Pisces with service, but it is such a service sign in my view. It is normally associated with sacrificing, but I don't feel that. If it is in a balanced manner, mutable signs are like, I can do this and I can also do this, and I can flow very harmoniously from this side to the next, kind of like temperance. That's the goal we need to reach when we are a mutable sign, right? So when Pisces is completely balanced, then they're able to give that much care and compassion and empathy that they're capable of to others and themselves. Right, so they're not depleting themselves. So I would not take that as a sacrificial sign necessarily. That's why I'm getting the whole, there is a service attitude. There is a humbling quality to this. Okay, but at the same time, you're very independent and fierce as well. You're very grounded, but also spiritual. So you just have so much harmony and bliss going on in your life. You're flowing a lot, and you're taking enough accountability, but at the same time, you know when to let things go. Okay, amazing, amazing. That's the goal. That's the goal. Nice. Pile 2 viewers, 5 years from now. Yes, we have the seahorse, we have the bird in a cage, we have the devil, we have a mystical cat, the stopwatch, we have 6 of Pentacles, position to help. Again, we have the Chinese coin. What else do we have here? K, V, M, H. I'm sorry you can't see them. I'm just gonna say them out loud. Okay. We also have B. So these initials can mean something to you. They can be your first, middle, last names, so some significant people or places in your life, or even your company name if that's something you're attached to. We have 10 of Cups as well, and we have 7 of Cups. A lot of different choices being presented. Hang on, no, that's not 7 of Cups. 4 of Cups. So you're reaching this place of bliss and happiness. You're getting the inspiration. So any form of stagnation that is going to be moving away with the devil and the bird in a cage is making me think of this unstick the stuck. So emphasizing on the things that hold you back and kind of limit your progress and growth at this point that is no longer existence. You find a lot of generosity and empathy in your heart because of the journey that you yourself have gone through. And in due time, with the stopwatch over here, you're going to unlock your own abundance and you will reach that place of fulfillment in all regards. 10 of Cups can be a happy family card as well. If your priority is family for the next 5 years, then this can be pointing to familial bliss. And Seahorse as well is talking about parenthood, mysticism, esotericism with the cat over there. Again, getting a lot of spiritual advice, guidance, and cues that help you guide your next steps. And this here is the symbol for luck and fortune. So prosperity is following you 5 years from now. Big changes, big movements, and again, like I said before, I feel as though you are initiating a lot of these shifts and you're being rewarded for all of those. Every time that you're held back by your own mind or by external factors, just, it is an event, it's a temporary thing, and it is going to lift very quickly, and you are the one who's going to do it. So some inner work is going to help you out through times of turmoil. Okay. And 6 of Pentacles as well asks you to kind of keep a humbling attitude, because you can be in the other position just as easily. And I feel as though you realize you're very grateful for the things that you have, and because of that you value your possessions, and because you're able to do that, a lot of people are attracted to you. You're in the position to give. That's what I was getting there, and it's being reiterated here. Okay, so that's what I have for you, pile 2. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts. And if you want a personal reading, you can always reach me via my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box in the comment below. Sorry about that. If you want to watch any of my other videos, there are plenty there on my channel, so you can visit it anytime you want. Until next time, take care. Bye. Hi pile 3, welcome to your reading. We'll see what 5 years from now looks like for you. You chose this tiger's eye crystal, so let's get started. First card we have, you are living poetry. How poetic. And we have inflow with money, that is always good to hear. Then we have creator air. Your words are very important. You are light. Okay. So the things that you say and speak are going to have some significance. Perhaps you are doing some work in media, or you are interested in something related with media, communications, marketing, sales, and so on and so forth. There are many other branches where, speaking skills are very important. And that is going to be something significant in your life. Your words and also your thought process. Whether you do this for a living or not, it is going to be a very significant part. Okay, I cannot overstate it because we have 2 cards that are talking about that already. You have a lot more awareness, a lot of wisdom and clarity about where you want to be headed, where you are at the moment, and you are looking at things very objectively as well. Because of that, you are finding it much easier to step into an abundance mindset. You are better able to be in flow with everything that makes you happy, and you are flowing basically. Okay, I know it's mentioning money, but in general I feel as though you're consciously flowing. You know where you're going, but at the same time you don't have a very rigid structure about this is the only way I'm going to achieve my goals. Instead, you are very wise, you act from a very enlightened point of view, and if you are more spiritually inclined, then your light can represent, and also your living poetry can represent that you are receiving a sort of enlightenment or some significant epiphany that shifts your mindset completely. Creator air is how you can use the power of the mind to create the reality that you wish, okay? For some of you, it can be related with career and finances, but for some of you, it can also be stability in general, like buying a house or settling down in a place, or if you're already purchased a house, then you're paying it off, and or at least a sudden influx of finances coming through that is going to just ease up your life a lot more, and you're able to focus on things that make you happy, that brings you more aesthetic and pleasure in your day-to-day living. You're able to appreciate the life that you have lived so far. When you look back, you are seeing things from a bigger point of view, and it all makes sense. A lot more than it does now, at least. Okay. By the 3 viewers, 5 years from now, let's shuffle. Okay, 5, 7, 11. This is giving me a lot of King of Swords vibe. So a lot of intelligence, objectivity, experience, wisdom. Now we have 6 of Swords. You can be traveling someplace if you want to settle down someplace abroad. Then this is very blessed. But also some type of transition or movement happening here. Can be figurative but also literal. It depends what is it that you are seeking and working towards. What else? Yeah, basically with 6 of Swords, you're leaving things behind that are really heavy and burdening, like too much responsibility and anything that feels just very gawky in your vibe. Okay, so heaviness is like no, you're carrying a very light load, you're trusting the will of the universe, and you are being taken with the flow, with your trust in that flow, do something that is much calmer, much better, where you feel a lot lighter, and so on. We have 4 of Wands, again, that establishment, some type of establishment and stability that you are able to celebrate. Quite literally, this can point to a home situation, okay? Or buying land and you're ready to build a house. It can be anything in that region, in that area, but it points to something that is worth celebrating. Even in terms of career, institution, getting a degree, whatever it is, there is some form of, okay, this has been completed. A serious or significant milestone has been reached. And of course, there is more to go. This is not the end of the journey. It's not the end of the story. But you are able to relax in the knowing that you're going in the right path, and you can see the tangible results of your efforts show up. You're also surrounded by like-minded people or people who are really happy for you. They're able to celebrate with you in your accomplishments. Okay, then we have 4 of Swords here, so this is resting, contemplating, healing. You're able to chill a lot more. You value your downtime. You are taking care of yourself. 2 of 4s also signifies stability. And we have Ace of Wands, so igniting your passions. You're realizing what sparks you up, what lights you up, what makes you feel very, very good, and you're following through with that. Can be a sudden influx of creativity, but I like that in the image it's there in the 3rd eye section, rising up to the crown. So again, talking about believing in your intuition, following the guidance of the universe, and realizing that with tangible work. Channeling that energy that you get from the higher realms into the tangible reality, because without that, what's the point of spirituality and religion, right? It's one thing for it to make us feel good all the time, but after feeling good, what happens next? So you're taking that creator seat, that creator role, you're understanding things, comprehending a lot more than you do now, and you're able to apply that very directly into your everyday life. You can have a lot of prophetic dreams, If you're already prone to that, it is very, very likely that you get a lot more, and you are much better able to understand the symbolism of the dreams that you have 5 years from now. A lot of introspection as well is coming through. Resting calmly, you're peaceful and blissful, and at the same time you're able to be ignited and fiery and passionate. It's so far it is a very perfect blend of using mental energy. And we have 2 swords here, which represents the mind and the communication, the thought process, mindset, all of that. And wands is the energy that we expend, the action we take, the power we put into things, right? So a lot of mental willpower, as we already got from the top row. We have dark energy, which is full of potential, right? And it is up to you what it is that you want to manifest from that potential. It's just everything is possible, and you're able to see. And it's interesting. You are light, and light comes from nothing. The creation happens from a void, and that void again has the potential to create anything, just about anything. And light is the first thing that comes through. Sound, light, vibrations are the first things that come about. And what is that? Light is fire, and vibration is swords. Amazing. We have entropy. Entropy talks about chaos and disturbance in a system that continues to be disturbing and chaotic. But in that disturbance, you find an order. Okay, so order within chaos, that's something I usually associate with entropy. We have optical doubles, things that seem very close by but are actually far away. So I feel as though you're taking very big leaps forward, and it can seem to others, it can feel like, oh, you live over there. Let's say you move countries, right? So it can be like, oh, so you're just moving to this particular country, which is neighboring to the one that you are in at the moment. Then, if to other people, it can be like on the map, oh, it's right there. But to you, it's a completely different world. It's a completely different reality, a huge shift that you're taking. Okay. We have a lot of cards here. So we have DNA, so a lot of transformation happening here from a very primordial state of being. Again, talks about creating things, because from this we get the characteristics that we have, right? The different combinations of the proteins that we have in here. The hereditary traits is one thing, and the others are, characteristic to us, and a lot is not known yet about how exactly we shape our personalities and so on if we remove the external conditioning. Again, talks about there are so many different possibilities that are still taking place, not just when we are born, but as we live our lives, how we shift our reality, how are we able to reprogram ourselves and our minds in the way that we exist. And yeah, that is really coming through here. Very strong. Like, you're taking matters into your own hands and you're making things happen for yourself. You're not asking other people. I don't see a lot of other people dependencies. Okay, there are people who are surrounded with you, who are very happy for you, who are very supportive of you, and at the same time they know how to give you space or when to give you space. They know when to be there and so on. I feel a very harmonious connection going on between you and other people. But the main focus is still like, yep, you know what? I got this. I'm going to trust this. I will believe this. I will make this happen. There's so much resolution coming up here. You're very determined. But again, you're not forceful about it. You're not rigid about it. And yet it's a quiet and gentle power that is permeating through you 5 years from now. We have celestial uterus, so that is like the womb of the universe. Literally anything can be created here. If you want children, if family is a priority, again connected with the home instability, if family is a priority, then this can be that you have a child or you form a much better relationship with the children that you have, or your children move out and they move to another country, they are studying abroad or something of that sort, then you're really happy for them and you're kind of beaming at what you have made, what you have raised and created, right? On the flip side, this can also talk about the passions and the creative hobbies that we mentioned already with the Ace of Wands. You realize your inspirations with blinding clarity. You know what you want to be doing, you know where you want to be going, and so on and so forth. Okay, a lot of possibilities. We have solar zenith, so reaching a peak of sorts. Okay, you're shining, you're being noticed in some way, your reputation is being built 5 years from now. You are playing an active role in that. Check your midheaven, that can give you more clues of, in what region or what will you be known for. You can find that in your astrology chart. You can find that for free as long as you know your birth time, place, and date, of course. There are many websites, so you can pick whichever you want. From there, you can notice the point MC, usually in the 9th, 10th, or 11th houses, and that can tell you more about your reputation. Also, your public image in general. Okay, so that is coming into the spotlight. Okay, that's just what you're known for in a public forum. Okay, good to know. You'll be receiving more rewards and accolades, and also I'm feeling as though you will, wherever it is this move is happening or transition is taking place, that space is as well going to bring about necessary shifts and changes with your public image and reputation. For example, moving to the new place is going to inspire more within you, and you become more creative in dealing with your everyday life. And also, if you're literally doing some creative work, then you find more inspiration all the time, and you're able to deliver on that inspiration regularly, and that is paving the way for your solid reputation, right? So either it is like being formed, or it is something that you're on the way of. It depends where you are right now. If you're just beginning, then this can point to a very important milestone, and that there is a lot more to come, and it's an ongoing journey, but it is significant enough to be very noticeable. Okay. Alright, we have Chiron, deep insecurity, spiritual strengths, and rebirth cycles. Yeah, so this healing that we were talking about. Then we have Venus, love, art, beauty, harmony, and relationship. Yeah, the blissful and harmonious relationship that I was talking about. You can be going through some insecurities at this time, but this can also be like how you're shifting from an insecure state of being regarding money, stability, family, finances, career, whatever it is that is very important for you and you are fearful of at the moment. It is a cyclical transformation of that. And you're turning that into your strength. For a very simple example is if you're termed as stubborn, and you can be like, oh, well, that's one of my flaws, that I'm really stubborn. If you switch that up and you can channel it, then it becomes productive. It becomes determination. It becomes willpower, and you cannot be stopped. Right? So that immediately, that insecurity, that fear, or that negative point about you turns into a strength of yours that is unmatched by others, because you have it naturally. You have honed it, you've understood it, you can channel it. When you can wield your own talents, skills, mind, words, all of those above, then what is stoppable really, right? You become strength. Right? So there's a lot of spiritual strength coming up here, and you're rebirthing yourself a lot. The celestial uterus and dark energy, it can, and DNA, it can be talking about how you are transforming yourself on purpose. Knowing that this is what I have to be, this is what I need to become in order for so and so and so wishes. then that's what you're going to do. You will meditate on it, you will work on it, you will wish for it, and so on, and you're going to make it happen. Okay, there's a lot of love surrounding you. We already saw that with the friends and family support. And also a loved one can be present in all of this. Of course, I did not see an explicit card mentioning that, so I did not. But of course, if you count that as a support team, then yes, they're as well part of it. Harmony within yourself, with other people, aesthetic surrounding you, we talked about that. So anything creative and artistic you do, you can be reaching an important milestone 5 years from now, and you're earning a sort of reputation, or at least the reputation that you are seeking. We have 12th house, which is the house for dreams, introspection, meditation, all things that are transcendental and spiritual. So the prophetic dreams that I was talking about, that's very possible again. We have the first house, which is personality, attitude, the way you want to come across or present yourself to the world. What is your attitude moving forward? How do you perceive the world, right? And by understanding yourself, you change the way that you relate with other people and other things that are personal to you. So a lot of personal transformation absolutely happening, and it's something that is very soulfully directed, so it is not forceful and not rigid. It is something that goes with the flow, and you're just listening to the internal cues that you're getting. A lot of symbolism can again come through at this time, synchronicity, symbolism through the dreams, or even through numbers, feathers, whatever it is that you are able to notice. There are many ways that the universe can communicate to you. So that will happen, a lot more communication, and you are at least subconsciously able to understand these cues and move along with them. So the soul is being louder 5 years from now. Let's get some more cards. Pile 3 viewers, 5 years from now. A transcendental bliss, yeah. Five viewers. 5 years from now. How is their life looking? Change, of course. It's definitely different from now, and quite different. You have a lot more of a grip, more handle over yourself. Full moon. Exactly, something has been completed, and it's time to shift realities with the change, with the lunar eclipse there. Full moons also are, they bring emotions to the surface, and because they're on the surface, you're more aware of how you feel and why you feel a certain way if you ask yourself those questions. So these things are on the surface and ready for you to use them in whatever way that you prefer, or whatever way is necessary at this time. Things that no longer need to continue into this new phase of your life, you are very okay with leaving those things and people behind. Not everything belongs everywhere at all times, right? Everything is cyclical. What else? Again, that bliss, I keep hearing bliss. Whenever I see this full moon with Venus, at least, I just hear bliss the whole time. So yeah, definitely peace and bliss is following you around. There's no doubt about that, especially with the Four of Swords also being there. Okay, you're fulfilled in some way. You're feeling content with things. There is a stream of love supporting my dreams. Yes, support absolutely there in dreams. There you go. A lot of spiritual strength you can be channeling as well from the spiritual realm. While you sleep, a lot of replenishment. So wherever it is that you're moving, in life, in location, whatever this new phase is just very divinely supported and protected as well. What else do we have? Pile 3 viewers. We'll do your charms after this. I honor how I want to feel. Yes, you're very feelings. Yes, you respect your feelings. You're honoring yourself, like you want to take care of yourself now. All right, that's what you're gonna do. You're not gonna resist it. You're not gonna force yourself to do something uncomfortable all the time. And when you are ready for a new challenge, you're like, okay, you know what? I can do something new. I want to try something new, learn something new, and so on. So you would do that. You are honoring your own heart, your own feelings. You're respecting yourself so much more. And in turn, other people are respecting you more as well, right? We get what we give. Pile 3 viewers 5 years from now. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot. Hold on, people. It's gonna take a while. Okay, we have the moon, we have 6 of wands, the fool, new chapter, new journey, moon representing dreams, intuition, also insecurities and fears. We have 7 of swords. This can talk about how you can, keep your plans secret from certain people that are right now in your life. Like I said, you leave things behind, right? So it's not just, okay, goodbye, hugs and kisses. It may not always be so gorgeous and rainbows, but you know that it is time to leave a certain place or situation. And not everything needs to be known by every single person, right? In some cases, you need to keep some things to yourself to protect yourself, not out of malicious intent for anyone. But yeah. Okay, what do we have here? Page of Swords. So learning a lot new things. We have the Emperor being in charge, the reputation seat, taking initiative, forming a structure, having a foundation. You know what you are. There is a sort of title change perhaps, and that again falls with the midheaven here, something related with how you show up in the world. You're taking a lot more personal authority and ownership as well. You're becoming a sort of a leader figure, either in your own personal life or in your career. Yes, then we have King of Pentacles. Wow, that's like money, money, money. Amazing. It's a lot of money. And we have Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is again savings and investments. So if you want to buy something as an investment, that is very easily possible for you. Inflow with money. And so many Pentacle cards, so that's excellent. Absolutely. Okay, we have the butterfly here talking about metamorphosis. We have the hummingbird as well, talks about transformation as well. Also transcendental bliss. And hang on, there's one more meaning I want to know. I forget. I'm gonna have to look for the card here. Where is it? Hummingbird. Yes, release what you've been carrying and lighten up. New joy is on the way. Yes, so releasing is something with hummingbird there. And again with the fool here, you're carrying such a light load. Like you're not going to carry your entire house, or you're not going to shift your whole location, everything to the new location. Instead, you're going to take a leap of faith, go with the flow and see what happens. You have an idea, again. This is, by the way, the very initial stages of things, but at the same time, you know what you're trying to create. There is a form of stability and a form of flexibility. I don't know how else to explain it. It's quite balanced. And balance is hard to explain, but easy to understand when it is happening, right? So I hope it makes somewhat sense for now. Okay, we have H, we have M. Hard to reach. We have R. These initials can be your first, middle, last names or someone significant in your life. It can also be the name of certain places or institutions, companies, your own business. Initials as well. We have Q and we have D. Okay. Doctor, Mr., HR, these type of things we have here. You're asking yourself and the universe a lot of questions, and you're also receiving a lot of answers. Page of Swords definitely is very inquisitive and incisive, has a very curious mind, and wants to understand and know everything that is under the sun and also beyond it, right? So very curious, but again, you're taking a very balanced approach. There is a healthy mix of childlike enthusiasm and optimism, and also a strong understanding of who you are and what you're standing on, right? You're established, but at the same time, the world is opening up to you a lot more. Very balanced, absolutely love it, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. Do let me know your thoughts. If you want a personal reading, you can always reach me via my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box in the comment below. And if you want to check out any of my other videos, there are plenty there on my channel, so check out whatever you want whenever you want. Until next time, take care, bye! Hi Pile 4, welcome to your reading. You chose the rose quartz over here. A lovely crystal, I absolutely adore it. So let's get started with 5 years from now. How does your life look? We have you, the muse. Okay. Nice. Good ego boost. You are epic. Another ego boost. That's amazing. Really. Then we have creator water. Nice. And we have external validation. Well, so you know you are a star of the show. You're very much in the spotlight. People are adoring you. You are doing things that you enjoy. You are looking up to your higher self. You're more connected with your own higher self. You are respecting your own wishes and feelings and desires and so on. I also feel as though you're coming from a more balanced viewpoint about yourself. So if you are overly critical about you at this time, then you're also learning to appreciate your own gifts and talents and abilities, along with having a healthy sense of self-criticism, so that you're always improving and you remain on that up cycle, right? The external validation is a very 6 of Wands energy, so that's appreciation, earning your reputation, receiving accolades and rewards, getting accomplishments that make you feel really good. Pile 4 viewers, 5 years from now. This all looks so good, oh my god. I would love to receive these cards for my reading sometime, so it's really wonderful. Really. Okay. 5 years from now, pile 4. Yes, of course, we have the King of Cups, which is a water card, a very mature, empathetic, compassionate leader figure. Prosperity follows, abundance follows, bliss and peace is naturally present. We have Ace of Pentacles, so laying down new foundations, new groundwork, new financial opportunities and gains, and just putting things down on paper. For some reason, I got the word paper, but so it can be like signing a new contract or establishing your own business and just laying the foundation and doing the groundwork. So something new, a new investment as well is very much possible. Sorry about that. A new investment is possible here. Okay, yes, we have 7 of Swords. And let's get one last card. 7 of Swords, and then you're very strategic in some regard. You're clever with managing your money or your resources, and also where you put your emotions and energy towards, right? Then we have 3 of Pentacles. Yes, establishing your own business is very likely. 3 of Pentacles is having your own team, and it can point to small businesses and startups. Little teams or conglomerates that you wish to have for the future. We have Knight of Wands as well, so you're very spontaneous and fiery, adventurous. Traveling is possible. You're more optimistic in your outlook of life. And again, there is just so much charisma that you're radiating, and from a very healthy place as well, that you're magnetizing or attracting the right people and the resources towards you. Three of Pentacles in some cases also points to the mind, body, spirit union. So I say that because we have the mind, the body, and the spirit all going on here. All the four suits are present. No, wait, hang on. All of them are here. Okay. So all four suits are present. That's very balanced. Amazing. I want to clarify the Seven of Swords. What is that about? Seven of Swords. For viewers, 5 years from now. Yes, we have Explorer of Wands, or the Knight of Wands. It's the same card over here. So so clever with expending your energy. You're not reckless. You're keeping certain things under the radar. Until everything is set and established, you're not going to go telling the news to each and every person. Only the relevant people are going to find out until you are ready and confident enough for it to be a publicly known thing. What else? Also, it's like you don't need to talk to each and every person about each and everything. So that's the part where strategy and clever comes in, and that's mainly to protect your business, your idea, your own energy, and you don't need people who take advantage of you at any point. Not now, not then, not ever. So that's very nice that you're taking matters into your own hands, and you're being very smart about where it is that you're putting your attention. Instead, you're focusing more inwards and forming very healthy relationships with either your co-workers, your teams, or the people that are around you who are your support system. There can be a new member coming into your existing friend group. That's possible as well, or a new employee that you hire at this time, and you're very respected at this time. King of Cups is very adored, and everybody loves him. He's flexible enough, but he also knows what needs to be done, and he respects other people's flexibility and time and energy as well, hence the compassion and the empathy. Okay. Let's get some more cards. Pile for viewers, 5 years from now. How is their life? There can be spontaneous travel plans as well. You just randomly, so you're able to travel spontaneously. That's always good, right? You don't have to plan 6 months in advance or something. That's nice. So to other people, it might seem like, what? When did that happen? Were you hiding your plans or something? But not really. It's just it came up. Or something came up and I want to travel, or I saw that this is available over there and I need to explore that particular option. Yeah. Okay. What do we have? Solar Corona. Yeah. These two together, by the way, point to some lone wolf type of energy. Though I don't think that that's the entirety of your life. I'm not saying that you're alone or something, but you're definitely taking care of your own. And because there's so much you focus, there's a lot of individuality that you're working on or you're focusing on at this time. Okay, you want to be set. You want to be complete in yourself, and you're gonna take care of your own, and there's a lot of independence coming through here that you're sort of oriented towards. I was gonna say protective, but I don't see a defensive vibe. Instead, you're going for whatever it is that you want without caring about each and every person's validation, right? Then we have Parsec as well. Okay, what else do we have? If you are with a person, then this of course does not mean that you are not with anyone. but it means that the person that you have respects your independence and you're free enough to do whatever it is that you want without constantly having to check in with your partner. Okay. Okay, we also have eclipse, which are major changes. This definitely is very noteworthy. Starting anything new, establishing anything new is very, very noteworthy. So major changes coming through over there. Fateful changes as well, very directed from a deeper point of view. And I guess like whoever you have as a partner is trusting of your decisions. Because you're acting from a balanced perspective. So there is basically no hurdle, at least externally, that is trying to grab you backward. Okay. Solar Corona, I just want to read that one more time. Yeah, Revelation, yes, that is also an eclipse energy, okay. Learning from difficult times, allowing understanding and transformation. You're appreciating pure beauty. That's why, you're not restricted by things. Even if there are like external hurdles, which are, they are all the time, in some way or another, you're not bothered by it. You're not being pulled back or held back by anything. It's like, nope, I want to, and I'm going to respect whatever it is that I want, because I know it is not reckless. I know it is not detrimental to anyone around me, nor myself. So why should I stop myself, right? You do reason, you do understand. You're coming from a place of awareness, but you're following your heart's fulfillment. Okay? So it can seem drastic to people around you, and even to yourself once in a while, but it's not scary for you. It's exciting, it's adventurous, and you know what you're doing. You're coming from a balanced point. So that's nice. Parsec can talk about distancing yourself, so you know how to detach, when to detach. And this can also point to how you can travel from A to B very quickly, very randomly, or very often. One or all of those words apply. Pick which one resonates. Is there anything else I'm getting? It can also be that you once in a while take time to detach. You distance yourself from the everyday hustle and bustle, and you focus on yourself, which gives you a bigger picture perspective of the things that are going on in your life. So it looks quite busy with the explorers there. Also Seven of Swords, it looks busy, like a lot is happening, but that's why you need more time for yourself, so you can regroup, recuperate, and still be constructive each and every day. Okay, making time for you. Again, that's again pointing towards how you're paying more attention to yourself, right? Self-care. Yes. Alright, what do we have? We have Aquarius, which is a humanitarian, revolutionary, sign. It's an air sign, so that's related to communication and collective, the mind, all those things. Then we have Mars, which is passion, anger, action, courage, desire, and competition. Very fiery, very Knight of Wands-y. So that's great. We have that. You're acting on your desires. You have the inspiration and the motivation to go along with it. Your energy levels are high because you are recuperating and taking time to take care of yourself once in a while. There's work that you're doing that can be helping humanity in some way or another. Or you stand up for a humanitarian cause, or you wish to reach out and connect with many different people across the globe. It can be in a public platform as well, in a digital presence sort of manner. Okay, we have Capricorn, which is building your legacy, establishing your reputation, the upward climb. There is hustle work to do, but you're not saying no to any of that. You're steadfast, you're determined, you're taking initiatives, you're taking steps towards realizing the dreams, the hopes and aspirations that you have. We have Sagittarius as well, which is a fire mutable sign. Fire sign again, a lot of passion, creativity. and drive coming through. Sagittarius is optimistic and hopeful as well, very broad-minded, or travels abroad, likes overseas, connecting with different nationalities and or diverse backgrounds is very likely. Okay, so either you are moving to that country or you somehow in a digital way are connecting with many different people, which broadens your horizons to a much larger degree. And this travel can also be talking about traveling overseas, and through that process you meet a lot of different people. Yes, visas, immigration, all those are related with Sagittarius too. So if you are already living abroad and you want to establish yourself over there, then this can talk about taking a very noteworthy step in that direction. What else? Gaining a lot of wisdom. This is the sign of wisdom and enlightenment, philosophy, studying higher education or teaching. Yeah, all those things. Wonderful. It's pile for viewers. And it's a very compassionate type of teacher as well. With Capricorn, it's a taskmaster. You know, like, okay, this is the task, this is the subtask, this must be done in this time frame. Be disciplined and get things done. Okay, it's ruled by Saturn. Then Jupiter is ruled. Jupiter rules Sagittarius, so it is more like, hey, if you do this, then you're gonna feel like this, or you're gonna see the world in this way, and this, I will just inspire you so much that you can't help but study this and this, or approach situations in so and so way. So if you are this leader figure that we already saw with the King of Cups, then like I was saying, you know what task you want to give to your people and how you want to organize your company or your startup, whatever it is, you know, the technical stuff basically. But you also are such a strong motivator. You are a beacon of hope or optimism, and if whenever anyone gets stuck, then they're not afraid to approach you. They're not freaking out that perhaps you're gonna, you know, yell at them or something. Instead they're like, hey, maybe they can guide me. Okay, there is that feeling of a guide, a leader. Okay, we have grow. So first for the moon, grow, things are growing over here, and Ace of Pentacles being there, it's very, very growth oriented. It's just the beginning. You're laying down the work, and now it is only going to grow upward. The more you nourish it, the more you nurture this project, this life, this new attitude, the more things are going to rise. And it's wonderful that you're focusing on yourself, and because that is having a symmetric effect on the relationship you have with other people in the world. As you are expanding within, you are meeting a lot of different types of people outside, and that in turn gives you more awareness about yourself as well. And I'm getting goosebumps as I say this. I want one more card, please. 5 years from now. Yes, thank you. So what do we have? Relax. Yes, taking that downtime, introspection, and meditating. All those topics. And also going with the flow. You know, you're not freaking out. You're not in a rush. That's why you're able to relax and have fun and still be productive. It's not one or the other. It's both. Okay. My capacity to tune into the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I am lost. So my capacity to tune into the energy of love, and that is coming from within you. Okay, it's wonderful. The key to prayer is to forget what I think I need. Yeah, exactly. It's like one day you feel as though you need this and this and this, but 3 years later, it's something else. 5 years later, it's something else. The needs are constantly going to shift and change according to the life that you're living. So there's no point in holding on to one ideal and only being rigid about that, because in the process, you're going to miss out on a lot more things that could have made you happier in the journey, right? So I love that there is that relinquishing feeling in both of these things. You're trusting so much, you are finding your place and your footing, and again, there is like a lot more to be done. And if I look at it that way, then the journey is never over. We always have something to learn and do. But despite that, you're feeling very secure in who you are, in what you have created so far, and what the future looks like. Okay? Lot of sense of self-security. It's wonderful, really. Okay, what do I get now? What do I get? Yes, let's do your charms. By 4 viewers. 5 years from now. So we have the Hierophant. That's the teacher guide thing that I was talking about, very Sagittarian again. We have 3 of Cups, a very strong support team, some very close friends that are going to be around you. You share a spiritual connection with them already, and they are here with you in this life, in this phase at least, if you haven't already met them. Then we have the Queen of Wands, which is that charisma that I was talking about, just attracting the right people, being magnetic to the right circumstances. You're becoming what you want to create. Then we also have 7 of Swords again, which is the same energy here. You're keeping things to yourself whenever needed. You're preserving your energy. That should be the correct word. We have Saturn here. We talked about that. That's very Capricornian. So you reach... Okay, so the things that you establish in this point is going to be long-lasting. Okay, it is slow and steady in growth, but everything you establish is going to stand the test of time. Okay, that's a thing that comes along with Saturnian topics and also Capricorn. And by the way, Saturn is also ruling Aquarius. We have the rose over here. We have a bird sitting on a branch. We have this leaf, and we have a fairy. So that spiritual divine connection and guidance, getting insights from above and being able to realize them in everyday life, because we have the leaf and the rose here. Very natural way of living, or you're following nature around, or that's something that inspires you, or you are living a more natural life which helps you connect with the ground, with earth, and remain healthy. You're much healthier, by the way, in this phase, whether it is something you're proactively doing or it's a byproduct of the change in lifestyle. What else? This symbolizes abundance to me, and rose symbolizes beauty. And also it has thorns, right? A rose, and those thorns are reminding me of the 7 of Swords again. You need to protect yourself while you are blossoming, as you grow, because not everyone cannot respect the value of the rose, and they cannot appreciate the beauty for what it is. Everyone wants to taint it or pluck a flower, hey, that's beautiful, let's just snatch it. No, it is growing. It is beautiful because it is growing, and it's amidst the grass or the plant or its own mates. It looks wonderful because it's alive, it's breathing, and it's existent. At least that's my perspective on it, but the thorns are just necessary to keep predators away, right? So in this case, you're protecting the things that you're raising, whether it is in a career sense or your own personal life. This new foundation, you're protective of it, not rigidly, but you're wary, okay? And the bird on a branch, you're speaking your truth, you're singing your song, you're expressing yourself a lot more freely and creatively as well. Wonderful. I will get you some initials because we didn't get any. Some initials maybe. Okay, we get one more charm. There you go. We have the $sign. And we have Y. Anything more? We have I. Yeah. You, I. It's a lot of individual focus again coming through the alphabets as well, but they can be, you know, it shows that of your first, last, middle name or someone significant in your life. That's as well likely. Okay, so that's what I have for you, pile 4. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know your thoughts, and if you want a personal reading, you can always reach me via my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box in the comment below. Feel free to check out any of my other videos. There are plenty there on my channel, so see whatever you want, whenever you want. Until next time, take care. Bye.